like to invite on the dais our moderator, Mr. J.B. Singh, Managing Director, Axis Infotech. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into the conversation on how TiE is creating a global impact. And I would request our moderator to keep the conversation limited to just 15 minutes, as time is pressing. All yours, JB sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Very good afternoon. I have asked the lunch guys to wait till the session is over. So please be patient. Welcome to another session just before lunch on igniting success globally. So we have a panel of excellent speakers and industry leaders. How we can achieve success, because we have seen a few organizations from India who have achieved the global success, but most of the people, including my own venture, we are yet to taste that global success. So let us hear from them what is that in their mind, where we can take some inputs from them. Haritji, I want to start with you. We have been a nation of service industry, ITIS industry. So if you want to achieve success globally, we need to be going towards a product-based industry. So what are your views on that? Because you are running a very successful product-based company.
Thank you, JB sir, for the question. I'll keep it very, very short so that we can, request everybody, the guest here, to take more time. So I think, जो मुझे समझ में आया, just to underline and conclude, I think services is for lifestyle, product is for value. And I think that's what I have, learned in the last several years. I think services let you keep moving, your daily life. But I think with products, you can really do valuable products. Valuation अच्छा हो जाता है company का. So I think there is a transition. I have seen products company coming to services, services company going to product. So it all depends how do you want to position yourself.
So you mean to say we have to have a mix of both?
Mix of both, and it all depends, on the positioning of the company.
I have also seen even in enterprise market, product coupled with a service is the success story. Only products also don't do that well. Madan, you are from Bangalore. You are president of Silicon Valley of India chapter of TiE. So how do you perceive this product-based versus service industry, especially with your ventures, One Bridge and Game?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and delighted to be here. I'll take a slightly different view. I think a product as a service is an inside view. I think finally we got to give a solution to the customer, right? So end of the day, the customer is not saying, I need a product or a service. A hole needs to be filled. In that process, I think as entrepreneurs, what we need to think is, what is the fastest and the cheapest way that I can deliver that solution? If it's a service that is added to a product, so be it. If it's a product that's added to a service, so be it. End of the day, for the customer, are we able to meet the solution that they want? And are we able to create a product or a scalable service that can be delivered consistently? Just to share an example, today we run my day job as an entrepreneur is to run a rural enterprise where we operate in about 20,000 villages through a delivery network of entrepreneurs who deliver a variety of products and services to the villages. These are physical products and physical services. So for us, end of the day, it is bringing access, choice, and convenience to rural consumers. It is creating additional incomes for the entrepreneurs and creating a go-to-market for the brands. We're building it all on ONDC rails, which is a product, a protocol and a product we're building, but we are wrapped it around a full service model where we are bound by a certain SLAs every day, and it's an operations-heavy business. So I think it's different strokes for different folks. You got to play the game as the pitch is, and end of the day, are you able to score a century for the customer is the key answer.
Please elaborate something on your game venture.
Yeah, so in the larger spirit of TiE, we believe and I believe that entrepreneurship has to flourish everywhere. We set up a non-profit called Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship. We've been talking about mass entrepreneurship or democratization of entrepreneurship. You know, every nook and corner of the 700,000 or 800,000 villages we have, how can we infect them with the same entrepreneurial energy that we've been seeing from the morning, right? How can every youth in every village can aspire to say, yes, I can become an entrepreneur, I can create 20 jobs, I can build something of value to my village, and maybe the same value in that village can be extracted to another village in Africa, who knows, right? So the ethos is very similar to that of TiE, which is about how do you create an obstacle-less pathway for entrepreneurs anywhere in the world to flourish, and how can we as entrepreneurs help our other entrepreneurs to thrive. And I think that's the ethos that we've been building for we'll talk a bit about the TiE Global Summit as well. It is this democratization of entrepreneurship that TiE stands for, which makes me very proud to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Madan. Murali, you have been the vice chair of TiE Global. You have been the president of TiE Hyderabad. So my specific question to you is, with AI/ML taking over most of the traditional jobs of software development, how we can reskill ourselves so that we are able to achieve the global success in the area of IT, which we traditionally been doing it.
JB, good afternoon, everyone. I know 70% of the 80% of the hall is empty. We all are hungry, but I do want to address this particular issue. India is known for its offshoring software developers. I mean, 4.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs of employment does get created in the software development side of the business in the IT services. But now with the entire LLM space, the chat GPTs of the world taking over, you have a lot of technology which is coming to place where the automatic robotic code, right, which goes onto the GitHubs of the world, will get created. But unfortunately, or fortunately for the Indian talent, that code might not suit the latency, or it might not meet the memory algorithms which is required for the production software, right? So from the adoptability point of view, from the services sector point of view, the companies, if they can use the tools which are there from the LLM's point of view to fine-tune the code which gets generated by these engines, and then let their developers take that code to fine-tune it for a better product. So if you look at a country like Israel, which is a startup nation, a small country out there produces one of the best cybersecurity and the data products in the world. If you look at Estonia, right, again a small country, does a very good job in the product economy life cycle. And of course, we all know that US is the mothership when it comes to the product ecosystem and the product innovation is concerned, right? So as part of those, if you were to compete, and India must compete, India has to compete in that particular space. With your permission, I'm going to plug my latest venture, which is Ahem. We are in that particular space where we are trying to create the software product engineers, right? See, in spite of we having 4.5 to 5 lakhs of software developers, our entire software product engineering talent is only 50,000, right? So how do you compete right, with the global product ecosystem. When you have the AI, ML, LLMs, more than the ML, it is more of AI, which takes over the generation of the code, which means you have to think from a product perspective, right? You have to compete what makes a better product and a better code. And that is where you have to focus of the engineering talent, and that is where your reskilling and the upskilling of your talent force, which means that each and everyone, irrespective of their experience, I mean, Kashyap is looking at me, Kashyap is working on a similar problem out of Surat, right? So that is where you see the tier 2, tier 3 cities in India are going to focus, and where you see the lot of product economy going to come, because now they're focusing on the engineering talent getting reskilled and upskilled at that point of time. So that's the most important and the need of the hour for the talent to go forward and compete with the global world.
Thank you. Amit, you have listened to them. Everybody is talking about reskilling and upskilling the things. You being the chair of the TiE Global, you have the biggest responsibility for 61 chapters across 14 countries. You have been advisor to New Zealand government. You have been president of TiE Singapore. Now you are sitting in US for TiE Global Chair. We have seen the spectrum all across. So what are your views where TiE can help in achieving all these goals, what we are talking about?
Can't do much without the vice chair, that's right. So first of all, I think, that's, that question probably requires a little bit of context, right? Because I think the shape of entrepreneurship is changing a little bit. If you look at what's happening around the world, I think the biggest change that we see is that there's a lot of focus on impact. I think anything in the future of entrepreneurship, if you don't bring impact into it, technology can be the enabler. You're not going to get much achieved. And, my tagline is entrepreneurship is #good for the world, because entrepreneurs drive innovation that solves some of our biggest problems, right? And the way I see it shaping globally and the role that TiE plays, I think it was quite interesting. The Honorable Chief Minister gave the example of the aircraft and the tractor, right? And I was thinking, and I think I might have cracked a joke with Mahavir, who was sitting next to me, and I said, T for tractor, T for TiE, right? We're the catalyst. So TiE's role is to catalyze ecosystems and help steer them in the direction that they have the best potential. And the best way to get success in any ecosystem is to play to your strengths, right? And since you talked about global, every nation has its own strengths. Every ecosystem has its own strengths. If I share a few examples, and a lot of these strengths often come based on necessities as well. So, we've had Israel mentioned a number of times. There are a lot of necessities they had, right? So they needed security, so they went and built it. They needed food security, so they decided, despite not having the most conducive environment for agriculture, they decided to go and build it. You look at Singapore, and Singapore's strength is financial services. You look at New Zealand, for example, the strength is agri-tech. It's an agrarian economy, 5.5 million people that dominates globally, whether it's in dairy, whether it's in meat, whether it's in wool, and so on. If you look at India now, I think India has the one force which cuts across all of these. And there's a big focus on digital. And what India can do is build, do the capacity building across all of these problem areas. So if you take Punjab, for example, I wanted to talk about agri-tech. We're the breadbasket here for India. Punjab can be the breadbasket for the world. If you bring in the right technology and create the ecosystem. But for entrepreneurs to thrive, you have to have an ecosystem. And that ecosystem consists of government, entrepreneurs, institutions like ISP, like PEC, and so many other organizations that you have here. And of course, you also need the investor community to play along. And everything comes together. If you just go back to historically to Silicon Valley, what drove Silicon Valley was it was a great place to live. And because it was a great place to live, people flock there. You got the right talent there, and you build the ecosystem around it. So I think Punjab has a massive opportunity to solve for global hunger and take a large problem statement, solve for it, build an ecosystem. I just am so impressed with the kind of support coming from the government, from academia, and the entrepreneur ecosystem here. We've got the capability to build technology stacks. So I hope to see a lot more of that. And I think as far as TiE is concerned globally, we focus more on, where can we create the impact that's specific to each ecosystem. We have programs that support across different stages and different life cycles of entrepreneurs, all the way from high school kids. We have TiE. It's a program that runs around the world. We have the TiE University program that helps university students collaborate and drive innovation. We have a very, very successful program around TiE Women, focusing on women entrepreneurs, because when you get that diversity of thought, you will find the right problems getting solved collectively. And finally, I think from a funding perspective, we have a very, very thriving TiE Angel network. We've heard about the TiE KPMG report. The financial impact of TiE for entrepreneurs globally has been quantified at $1 trillion by KPMG. And we want to support early stage entrepreneurs with funding and so on as well. So yeah, I'm very bullish about what I'm hearing here.
Yeah, Harit was talking in the morning that with TiE network, we have created $1 trillion wealth. So when is that we are going to achieve $3 trillion wealth creation for the all entrepreneurs, which is going to be equivalent to India's economy presently?
Hopefully the Indian economy will keep progressing and keep growing. But I think we're on the right trajectory. I think the focus for any organization, for us as well, is to keep our eyes wide open. We have to see what's going on around the world. We have to stay ahead of the curve. If we are going to steer entrepreneurship, as an organization, we have to steer ahead of the curve, because we have to steer entrepreneurs in that direction.
Thank you, Amit. One last question. Madan, when is TiE Global Summit happening?
Great question. No, as you're aware, and we'll speak probably more about it in the evening in the interest of time, but we are TiE Bangalore, along with Hubli, Mysore, and Bangalore, will be hosting the TiE Global Summit in Bangalore and Mysore between the 9th and 12th of December. So please block your dates. We need all of you to bring this wonderful energy that we've seen from the morning into Bangalore and kind of merge the global energies together. We will have a more detailed chat probably in the course of the day as we go along.
Thank you very much. One question I can take. Ajay sir.
Estonia and Israel in Chandigarh.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can I?
Exactly.
Can I take that? Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's a great question, and obviously you're right in the middle of this ecosystem. So I work very closely with Estonia. So Estonia actually runs a program called Friends of Estonia, and they invite us, about 30, 40 of us, to come and meet the ecosystem. It's hosted by the president, the prime minister themselves. Obviously, you got to bear in mind it's a small country, so they have a lot more leeway. They also have the benefit of being a very young nation. So there's a lot of appetite to collaborate. I think part of it is the more we seek learnings from other nations, the more we'll get openness of them wanting to get involved. And I think, if you look at Singapore, for example, Singapore is very keen to work with entrepreneurs from India. The EDB, the Economic Development Board of Singapore, I mean, they've been engaging with Madan and his team in Bangalore. They want to bring in some of the best entrepreneurs from India to come and collaborate in Singapore. So I think the appetite is there. I think it's about finding that right problem statement to solve, and I think we have that opportunity.
Thank you so much. So I request you, because you are since the TiE chair, and you can make some kind of program where this collaboration can happen. And
I think
if
that's
it
a
can be
great
started
idea.
from, it can be started from Chandigarh.
It's a great
it would be
idea.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Very sorry, we are running short of time. Maybe we can take the questions offline. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Murali. Thank you, Madan. Thank you, Harit.
Stay for the play.
That's your choice completely. That's totally your choice. But thank you so much, gentlemen, for that wonderful conversation. And I guess it's always great to have an insight on how TiE is helping the global economy. And I'm sure the impact that it is creating is quite great in itself. The report says as well, and we heard from you now as well. And could I request Pratap Agarwal, sir, to come up on the dais and to felicitate this wonderful panel? Well, I guess he's not in the room. So, Paul, sir, may I request you to do the honors? Could you come up on the dais? And absolutely, sir. Ajay, sir, I would request you to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mr. Amit Gupta, Chair, TiE Global. Mr. Murali Bukkapatnam, Vice Chair, TiE Global. Mr. Madan Padaki, President, TiE Bangalore. Mr. Harit Mohan, President, TiE Chandigarh. Well, we're just following the sequence of speakers. And for our wonderful moderator, Mr. J.B. Singh, Managing Director, Axis Infotech, past President, TiE Chandigarh. I did. Should I say it again? Well, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, once again for Mr. Amit Gupta, Chair, TiE Global. Well, no harm in bothering our favorites over and over again. I take it as that. And we also have a special round of felicitations to go on, because by now you must have figured out how special a place TiE holds in our hearts, right? So to do the honors, may I please request Pratap sir, if he's here, to come up on the dais. And I would request Harit sir, Paul sir, and Pratap sir to felicitate the following people. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Mr. Amit Gupta, Chair, TiE Global, for a second round of felicitations. Felicitations are raining on the stage at the moment. I would request Harit sir to do the honors. And also, all TiE members and presidents from guest chapters, I would request your august presence on this dais as well, in case you're present in the room. May I request Mr. Gurmeet Chawla to come up on the dais? Yeah, sure. Some help would be great.
I'll say the names because I know everybody. Mahavir is there. Mahavir is not there. Okay. Kunal Jain. Kunal Jain. Kunal Jain. He was here. Okay. Upasna. Upasna is not here for the lunch. Ranjana. Ranjana is here. Yeah. Dr. Sheenu is here. Jatin is here. Kashyap is here as well, right? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Anybody can do it. I don't know.
It's always great to have some help on the stage. Absolutely.
Thanks, Niharika. I like to do the MC job. I have to take the... Harit, may I request now to felicitate Sheenu Jauhar from TiE, Rajasthan. Yeah. Yeah. Sheenu Jauhar. Yeah, no, I'm giving the cue to the guy to bring the flag. May I request Jatin Trivedi to be felicitated, please? Harit. Thank you. May I request Kashyap Pandya to be felicitated. He's from TiE Surat. He's the immediate past president of TiE Surat. We'll take a picture, yeah. May I request Jitendra Naik, President TiE Hubali, to be... Hey, Hubali, you said, no? Hubli, to be felicitated. So now may I request all the presidents and the BOT members to have a photo op with the TiE Chandigarh team. Thank you. That includes me as well.
Of course, I'll take my place back as the MC. Okay. So we also have the company of Mr. From TiE Tampa, the company of Mr. Kunal Jain. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was the wonderful TiE panel for you. And with that, it's exactly 2:04 by my clock. We reconvene at 2:25 p.m. sharp for the sessions that happen ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you back at 2:25 for the next session. Until then, we meet over lunch. Thank you so much and happy networking.